Have you heard of the tax fraud pride flag? Because every time I googled tax fraud while making this video, one of the top options was tax fraud pride flag. Aren't these for like LGBT communities?
I could be wrong, and far be it from me to question those who identify as tax fraud. Wait, do they identify as tax fraud, or are they just attracted to tax fraud? Look, I don't want to be on the wrong side of history here, but I'm just confused. Can I please have a member of the tax fraud community explain this to me? Am I a bigot if I pay my taxes? Well, it looks like times are changing, and we just gotta change with them.
I'm not gonna lie to you, getting away with tax fraud is harder than getting away with almost any other illegal activity, so you better be sure that that extra money is worth spending years of your life eating prison slop. And I'm not talking about the food, I'm talking about the goop coming out of that monster-sized, veiny, throbbing dick. The first thing you need to do to prevent Uncle Sam from giving your pockets the old non-consensual reach around is to make sure the government has no other reason to look into you. If you're committing tax fraud, you need to lay low. You don't want anyone looking at your records. And when it comes to the ability to take your money, the government takes more vigorous notes than the quiet kid in the back of the class. If they pull up your file and under the taxes section is either pretty sketchy or just a big blank space, that's a big problem.
If you absolutely must try to evade taxes, there are many ways people have evaded taxes in the past, but you could probably separate many of these into two groups.
Complete tax evasion and partial tax evasion. Complete tax evasion is just paying no taxes at all, and this version is much easier to get caught for. Unless you can literally hypnotize the entire government to ignore that you engage in the US economy and you have never paid taxes, you will eventually get caught, and barring having a militia on par with the US military, you are going to jail. The second, more feasible version of tax fraud is partial tax evasion. Partial tax evasion is when you pay a smaller amount of money than you actually owe, either by lying about your income or lying about something else that would change your tax status, such as charitable donations, parental status, or organizational identity. By the way, now that we're monetized, this channel is a religion. Many people who attempted to evade taxes did it by stashing cash in offshore bank accounts and not declaring it on their tax forms. But if the government knows how much money someone in your position traditionally makes, they'll probably know if you're giving them less than what they think you should be. People have also created fake identities in different tax brackets in attempts to pay a lesser share of the money than they would have before. But this also proves to be ineffective, because if the IRS sees an account with money, but has no record of that additional human being in society existing at any point before they had started working a full-time job as an adult, that's a huge red flag.
What I'm about to say may sound counterintuitive, but the most efficient way people have evaded taxes is to create an illegal business. Think about it. The United States keeps meticulous tabs on all legal money circulating through the economy. Once all the legal money is counted, what's left? To dip your toes into this market, you're gonna have to start a less than legal business.
Even though both definitely kill people, fast food looks a lot better to the federal government than Colombian white. It is for this reason that if you are making bank, you must launder your money. Depending on how much money you're starting with, you can either buy a business with legal circulating money and declare it on your tax forms, or buy a very small business with illegal money, such as a hot dog cart. The business should be one that is unassuming, and one that attracts business just by existing. I'm talking booze shops, gas station, food stands that you can move to convenient locations, general stores, anything that provides something that people, regardless of status or identity, need on short notice and need no larger selling point than close proximity to whoever is in that area. Once you have your business, begin slowly mixing the dirty money you make into the funds of the clean money you make. Make sure it's not too much, or the business you have will look like it has a regular cash flow to the IRS. Because it does. Once you do this, the money will hopefully look to the IRS like money in legal circulation, and therefore the money is now theoretically safe to use. Focus on growing your legal business, because the more money it makes, the more money you can launder through it.
I wouldn't be surprised if there were people who started businesses to launder their money and it was so successful they just pivoted to lessen their risk factor. But you Googled how to commit tax fraud, so I don't think you're very concerned about risk factor.
That reminds me, we're gonna be getting rid of some of the special merch because of reasons unrelated to this episode or any alleged police investigations.
Remember in the beginning how I said it's best to keep yourself out of any trouble if you're gonna think about committing tax fraud? this is the same for your business. If you're laundering money through this place, you have to make sure every other thing is on the up and up. If someone has a reason to report that place, you could very well be going to jail.
If an employee so much as pisses off the wrong customer, you go to jail. So you better fucking smile, Derek.
Congratulations! If you followed this tutorial, you're now slightly richer than you would have been anyways, or you're in jail and you owe millions of dollars in back taxes to the IRS, which you'll probably never be able to pay back because you're now registered as a federal criminal. Sucks to suck. Maybe you shouldn't have committed tax fraud. If you liked this video, please subscribe and hit the bell. It really helps out the channel. Maybe drop me a like. Also, I'm thinking of doing a limited run of hats because everybody says how they love this hat. Unfortunately, I did not make this hat, but you know, I'd be surprised if someone could trademark this word. So I was thinking of just doing the word and maybe redesigning it in an AzFk-esque type of thing. Because, you know, I would wear it. I already wear this. If you guys would wear it and you would maybe want to buy a hat, let me know in the comments, because this is still an idea that's up in the air. As always, like, sub, and hit the bell, and I will see you all in hell.
Okay, bye.